Hey, this is Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. The topic today is a very random one that I never ever thought I'd make, but sometimes I stumble across things in my research and in my personal experience and I'm like, oh my goodness, people might want to hear about this. So today the topic is, and there's zero research on this, I am literally creating a hypothesis based on personal experience. Is tongue tie release surgery, a glossectomy or whatever you want to call it, a solution for perimenopausal sleep symptoms? And of course, there's plenty perimenopausal symptoms that women in their 40s and 50s have. I guess I'm one of them. I'm starting to be one of them. I'm almost 50, believe it or not. I feel like I'm 5. But whenever women get together who are about my age, they're always bitching and moaning about their symptoms. So clearly I'm not the only one that has trouble sleeping. One day I'm hot, one day I'm just up, I wake up, all kind of things going on. It's not like it was before, it sucks. So anyways, if you haven't heard my whole journey about my tongue tie release surgery, which was last month, yay. Actually, it was this month, it was a few weeks ago. It is a long haul adventure. It starts with OMT, getting prepped, starts with cervical chiropractor, getting prepped for the tendons and the fascia and all that, stretching them out, getting them lined up, and then you go get your surgery, and then you do more OMT to stretch the scars and to make sure it's healing properly, and then you do more chiro. So I would say for me, it's gonna probably all in all be at least a 9-month to 12-month process. I'm about halfway through right now. I'm over the hump. But anyways, I went through that whole tongue tie stuff, not because I thought I needed it, but because I wanted to make some content around working with OMTs, oral myofunctional therapists, and how you can work with them to help make more optimal orthodontic cases, better outcomes, less relapse, especially in habits patients and airway patients. And it was something I knew some about, but I didn't know a lot about. So I went through the whole screening process and diagnostics process just to show people what it looks like to be screened and diagnosed by an OMT. And then I found out I had tons of problems that I didn't know I had, bad. I was like, shoot, okay, some of this really, really makes sense now. And definitely sleep for me has been terrible, always. Got a lot worse once you get married, have kids and pets. But it's always been bad, always waking up all the time, having difficulty sleeping. So anything that helps me with sleep, I'm all over. So I was told that it might help. So I said, let's do it. I want to tell you, if you want to watch all my content I've made on this whole process and everything in that general, mix of stuff, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is called Straightsmile Solutions. From there, you're going to see various playlists. Go to the one towards the bottom. It says Interceptive Phase 1 OMT. Watch that one. All the stuff you need is in there. So anyways, yes, it's absolutely nuts. I had my surgery 2 weeks ago today. And the most trippy thing is a couple times in the last 2 weeks, I would go to bed, no problem, just crash, fall asleep, and I usually sleep pretty early, 8-ish. But usually I wake up at least twice during the night or something wakes me up. I'm a super light sleeper, and it takes a while to go back to sleep. And I'm sending emails at 2 in the morning and stuff and whatever. That's fine. But that's just how I operate. That's how it's been in my life for at least 15, 20 years. That's just normal. Crazy thing happened. Since I had my surgery, at least 3 times, possibly 4 times in the last 2 weeks, I slept totally through the night. I know I sound like a mom, my baby slept through the night. I slept through the night. I literally went to sleep, closed my eyes, and when I woke up, it was time to get up. That's nuts. I didn't go to the restroom. I didn't get up to deal with animals. I didn't just get woken up by somebody snoring. I just slept. So that was the most awesome day. And then it happened, and then it happened again. And I was like, this has to do with my tongue tie release. This is so cool. Shoot, someone had told me this 10, 15 years ago, I would have been all over getting this done. Are you kidding me? If I knew it would bring a better quality of life, being more rested, who knows what other benefits I'm getting from better airway. What a nutty thing, And I can tell you, I had an actual sleep study in hospital, because I was like, what's going on? And results were inconclusive. They're like, well, you don't really have sleep apnea. You have multiple awakenings throughout the night, but they're iatrogenic. We don't know what causes them, is basically what they said. I'm like, duh, I already knew that. So anyways, that was my good news. I just wanted to share it with you because I think sleep is huge and you guys should really check it out. But just remember, this was not cheap. The whole process, and I didn't get any discounts, I pay what you guys pay, was 10 grand, including the chiro, including the surgery, including the OMT. Okay, so that is not cheap, but it's a big commitment on top of it. I mean, you're going to be meeting with OMT at least every other week I'm going on 6 months now, and that's been very valuable, don't get me wrong. Plus, they're going to give you exercises to do, and you have to do them. You do have to do them. About 10 to 15 minutes a day-ish. But I mean, you have to be very diligent in doing them. So it's hard to do some of them. You have to do them in front of the mirror and stuff, so you really have to carve time in. So that's that. Going to the chiro, I go about once a week. I haven't been great lately. That's a little bit of a hassle. And then the surgery itself, you're going to be out for a few days. It's going to be rough. So, all right. Hope that was helpful. Thanks.